Manila, one of the largest cities in Asia, always feels packed to capacity and a little claustrophobic. Not surprising, considering that more than 12 million people are squeezed inside the city limits. So are dozens of parks and monuments that pay tribute to its relatively recent independence. That national pride vibe is in full effect in Manila's thriving market culture, especially at the largest open-air market on the island, simply called Central Market. It's easy to find. Just look for one of Manila's most famous landmarks, the 300-year-old Quiapo Church, and a symbol of the country's Catholic Spanish ancestry.
Quiapo Church and the square in front of it stands as the cultural center of the district of the old part of Manila. And as you can see, all the different streets that head off it are sort of like spokes off a wheel. And this is where all the great shopping and street food vendors are. Come on, let's check it out.
I love markets like this, where freshness, convenience, and low-cost foods always seem to intersect. Someday, upscale shopping options might overtake this great tradition, but this generation still takes pride in what they can offer their customers without any modern trappings. Among my favorites here, the fresh produce.
Calamansa. They're a small little lime that sort of are a cross in terms of flavor between a lime and a mandarin orange. You see that light orange tinting to the flesh. It's both sweet and sour, and it's one of the traditional garnishes to all sorts of food. A little spritz on top of anything makes it taste a whole lot better. This stuff is outrageous. And there right next to it, something that you don't see very often outside of Southeast Asia, fresh bamboo shoots, grated. You just take those home and throw them into the stir fry.
Easy preparation is a big plus here in Manila, as most home kitchens are quite small. The locals work long, hard hours, and cooking fuel is scarce. Smoked fish or fillets that have been salted and dried are very popular. The same goes for ready-to-eat desserts.
Now this looks like all sweet stuff, and these are all little dessert pastes and cakes. What's in here? Oh, coconut. Oh, really cool. Coconut and rice wrapped in banana leaf and then roasted over a fire. Oh. Ooh. That's funky. Rice paste. Not rice, rice paste with coconut. That's a fun, texturally, I'm not sure. There's almost a crispness to it that is vaguely unappetizing. But the fresh grated coconut's pretty tasty. I like the grilled roasted flavor on it. Shrimp pancake.
Yeah, the small shrimp.
Yeah. It's good. Salty. That's a good crunchy snack. I'm addicted to little shrimpy things.
In the Philippines, most food on the street is relatively inexpensive and sold in small portions to be eaten on the go. Here, they call these small bites pulutan, which means finger food.
A little bit of fish sauce, lime juice, garlic, and chilies. A little bit of shrimp pancake. It's like cornflakes with little eyes.
Most Filipinos actually eat 5 or 6 times a day, but they consume smaller portions, and they nibble their pulutan between the main meals.
All you gotta do is walk down the street long enough and you're sure to bump into something that'll float your boat. He's got deep-fried duck eggs, some of which have fertilized embryos inside. Some of them are just plain, unfertilized. But I think what's really cool are little baby chickens. They marinate them, and then they steam them. And whenever you order one, and yes, they are whole, completely whole, they just pop them in the deep fryer. There's the little leg and the little thigh. And I know this sounds kind of crazy, but it tastes just like chicken. And you eat it whole. The bones are very, very soft. Really spicy, sitting in that sauce. Little chicken heads. telling you, the beak is the best part.
And then I see something that stops me in my tracks. I think it's ice cream, but it's purple, and it's served on a hamburger bun?
All right, I gotta try one. But I'm still curious, because see, this says hamburger buns, not ice cream buns.
Years ago, before vendors had sweet pastry cones to offer, the locals would grab whatever was available to hold the ice cream they were buying. Bowls, cups, even bread, which was always handy. Buns seemed to work best, and the idea quickly caught on, and it's still popular today.
Hold on. Ice cream in a bun freaks me out.
I'm still trying to get my head around the bun concept when I learn that the flavors I'm about to try are purple yam and cheese, a popular combo here, it turns out.
It's just not right. But I defend your right to eat it to the death. It just tastes like frozen butter on a bun. Here, you try it.
Thank you very much.
What do you like this?
Yes, of course I like.
Yeah, cheese ice cream. It's unusual. You don't see this everywhere.
Yes. Only here.
Only here, correct. I love the Philippines.
Thank you.
After an afternoon of eating street foods on the run, I'm ready to enjoy a real meal. Something indicative of the history of Filipino cooking. Something more natural and organic, perhaps?
Uwak, giant coconut tree worms, next on Bizarre Foods. Trust me, I'm eating them.